What's going on, man?
Pascal.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and on Twitter, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below, and let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to jump into this story. I told you guys I'd be covering this quickly, and this is absolutely I don't even understand how this is even possible or how this even happens. But we got to talk about this. There was a driver that was arrested for plowing through a large group of people. And they were a whole bunch of migrants in Brownsville, Texas. And so I just wanted to give you guys this story really quick. I got a couple news clips I want to share with you guys as well. And I'm hearing that this guy's a real piece of work. He's not even cooperating right now. This is a real piece of work. Okay. So we got to look into this, but this is the car that he drove that struck so many people. Okay. I mean, it was like 17 people or something like that. It's crazy, guys. But so let's get into this, okay? And I think there's some more photos. But as you can see, this is the carnage. This is absolutely terrible, y'all. It's so bad. There is video that's actually being shared like crazy right now, all over social media right now. And I'm telling you right now, if you are squeamish, if you are faint of heart, I do not recommend you seeing those things. In fact, I keep wondering, why are these things still even being shared like this? Because there are families out here that don't want to see how that gruesome last moment. You know, some people don't want to see their family members this way. They want to remember them as happy and fresh-faced and all that. They don't want to remember them in this way. But nonetheless, the video is out there, or there are images and videos that are circulating. And I just say, if you can avoid them, I say avoid them, okay? Because they are not pretty. But here it is. At least 7 pedestrians were unalived and several others injured on Sunday, today, when an SUV mowed down people near a homeless shelter that attends to migrants in Brownsville, Texas, police said. The male driver is in custody. This is what the lieutenant said what Lieutenant Sandoval said of Brownsville PD. Okay, adding he was charged with reckless driving and could face additional charges. Dag nabbit, he better be getting all kinds of stuff. There are 7 people that are no longer here on this planet, y'all. So he better be facing a whole lot more charges. And especially given the fact that I'm hearing that this guy's an absolute jerk, that he's less than dog water. Man, throw as many charges on him and may he rot in jail. That's what I say. Okay. Sandoval said the victims in the morning crash were waiting at a bus stop. Okay. And so they were at a Ozanam Center, a shelter for the homeless used by migrants. He said some migrants were among the ones that had perished. He said, we're doing an investigation in forms of intoxication to see if he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. Okay. It's not clear if the driver had crashed into the group intentionally or lost control of the vehicle. I think this was intentional, but I don't know. The freak accidents do happen. It just seems a bit weird, because of the more information we're going to be hearing in just a minute. There are no immediate details on how many people were injured or their condition. Now, I'm telling you right now, from other reports that I'm seeing, like they said right here, 7 have passed, 10 are injured. He plowed through a group of about 17 people. 17, guys. Okay? Which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. Let's take a look at this video.
Well, we don't know whether it was intentional or not just yet, but right now I'm live outside the Osanam migrant and homeless shelter here in Brownsville, which just this morning was a scene of a horrific crash that claimed the lives of 7 people. Many of those people, migrants from Venezuela who had traveled here in search of the American dream. only to have it end right behind me, less than 6 miles away from the border, where many of them crossed into the United States. A crime in a time of crisis. 7 dead and 10 injured outside a bus stop in Brownsville. Luis, a migrant from Venezuela, was at the bus stop Sunday morning when a man driving a gray Range Rover drove through a crowd of people, including migrants waiting for a ride to the airport.
Many companions not sure, somewhere about 20 to 25 people waiting there for the
Wow.
bus, some of us to go to the airport. A lady comes by in a white car and tells us to separate. Behind her, a person in a car going full speed and was yelling at us, saying profanities, driving over us. He was coming in like 60 kilometers when he saw us, observed all the migrants standing at the curb. That's where he accelerated and ran us over. We are traumatized. I don't know what to think. Horrible. I don't wish this on anybody.
So there was somebody that literally was sitting there going, yo, split up, back off, a car before his car. Then that car came over screaming expletives, cursing at these people whilst running them over. And we don't know if he did this intentionally or not. Come on, y'all. This man did this intentionally. This monster did this intentionally. Why did he do that? Maybe because he was intoxicated or he was under the influence of some other things. But still, no matter what, he had, if the story is true, to me, this feels like he had full intent on causing some serious tragedies today. But don't worry, I got more for you guys. Oh, I got a whole lot more. We got one more clip here. Okay. Let's take a look at this
investigation that is underway right now is Martine Sandoval from the Brownsville Police Department. Officer, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
And there's no question, it is an absolutely tragic situation. That video is gut-wrenching to watch. At this time, my producer's telling us we're hearing that an 8th person may have died from today's crash. Can you confirm that at this time?
Yes, that is the information I just received about 15 minutes ago, that one of the persons that was hospitalized has been pronounced dead at the hospital.
I'm sorry to hear that. And we are hearing reports that the driver, who, by the way, was restrained by bystanders at that scene until police got there, is not cooperating with police at this time. Can you confirm that, and in what way?
Yes, he is not providing us with his name. He's refusing to take any mug shots or fingerprints right now. We are trying to contact with him, trying to make as much contact with him to cooperate with us so that we can definitely ID him, and that way we can let everybody know his actual name, age, and the charges actually that we're going to come about with.
I mean, I know that's fair.
Okay, real quick. Sorry, but you hear that new update. At least 8 have now lost their lives. Okay. And 10 are still injured, fighting for their lives in the hospital right now as we speak. Then on top of that, if this person had no intent on causing harm on these people, why would he not be more than willing to give out his name, get a mugshot, or anything of that sort? You're telling me that they can't? That's the weirdest thing. I've never heard anybody say, hey, in my life, I never heard, nope, not going to tell you my name. Nope, not doing mugshot. I'm refusing to be cooperative. I've never seen that in my entire life. Never witnessed that. This is a new one for me. So you tell me, guys, if he had intent, or if this was him losing control of the car. Then let's not forget the other part there too. They literally had to restrain the guy because he was probably going to run. He was probably going to hit and run, dash, kick rocks out here, guys. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. But let's hear what he got to say.
Fairly unusual. Is there anything that you can do in this case to compel him to stand there and take a mugshot, to verify his identity against his will?
There's very little that we can do to go ahead and force him to do these type of incidences. Hopefully, we can get through to him and actually find out. But we are also trying other recourses, trying to have some officers see and maybe they've dealt with him before, and we're trying that route. So we're trying every avenue that we can to possibly positively identify this
Yeah, and Martine, I know
Wow.
we're having some audio issues. I'm going to try asking you this one question because it is an important one. The big question tonight, whether or not this crash was intentional, what can you say about that based off of the initial investigation? All right. Unfortunately, that
Mm.
audio
Right
not
now, the
cooperating with us.
investigation is very preliminary on what actually caused the accident.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
Preliminary as to what caused it. I know that some of the witnesses at that scene are saying that they believed it was intentional, but at this time, we don't even know the identity of the driver, let alone his side of the story. So, Martine
wow.
Sandoval, we do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on the.
Now, this is insane to me, okay, guys? I'm going to say it. I've never, ever heard a situation like this ever in my life. You got a guy, a monster, okay? An alleged monster. This could have been an accident, but like I said, all roads, breadcrumbs, etc., arrows are pointing towards the side of he knew exactly what he was doing and he had full intent on causing a lot of damage to a lot of people. But outside of that, I've never heard ever in my life someone not willing to give their name, their or do a mugshot, or they're not willing to cooperate. So they just what? They just have him in a holding cell and they can't even take a photo of him or fingerprint him. That seems a bit odd to me. I've never seen that. I've never heard that before. That's a new one for me. But then again, I'm not ex-military. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an ex-cop or anything. So maybe this is something that's of the norm, but still, again, very, very odd. Listen, we have now eight people that lost their lives, 8 innocent people. And now we got 10 people that are still in the hospital fighting for their lives because some jerk plows through these people without a care in the world. And it could be a mental health break, could be like a mental break, could be chemically induced. We don't know. But all I can say is the fact that he's not even willing to cooperate with law enforcement tells you exactly what kind of guy this guy is. And I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. This guy's less than dog water, in my personal opinion. If he did these things with the intent of causing harm, which it sounds like, because if he was screaming, cursing at the people before he drove into them, he had full intent on causing some serious harm. I say lock him up, throw away the doggone key, because this guy is not worth, ain't even worth the time. Real talk. But anyway, guys, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. My thoughts and prayers and healing energy I'm sending out to all the people, all the victims to this, and all the families that are affected by the 8 now people that have been claimed by this tragedy. I can't even imagine. And there's so much going on, so much tragedy going on in Texas. My mind is still blown with the thing that happened at the Allen shopping mall, and now we got this here too. Man, we need some good news. You know, we need some good things to start changing here. Big time. But anyway, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Don't forget to hit that like button. And of course, do not forget to crush that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyways, time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.